Right in the middle of a normal conversation, your dog positions themselves between you and a guest. No aggression, just there, watching. Then your neighbor stops by, and suddenly it's all wagging tails. Why do some dogs have this sixth sense about people? Psychologists say they're not sensing evil, they're detecting emotional incongruence. When someone smiles but their body stays rigid, when tone sounds friendly but posture screams stress, dogs catch it. They're truth detectors, and often they're reacting to your subtle discomfort before you've even registered something feels off. Let's break down what's happening. Dogs process the world through multiple sensory channels: sight, smell, sound, and emotional resonance. When a person walks into your home, your dog isn't thinking good or bad, they're running a rapid assessment. Does this person's voice match their body language? Does their scent carry stress hormones? Are their movements predictable or erratic? Research shows dogs can detect cortisol, the stress hormone, in human sweat. They can hear your heart rate increase before you consciously feel anxious. They notice when pupils dilate, when breathing becomes shallow, when muscle tension increases. These aren't learned skills. They're evolutionary adaptations from thousands of years of reading pack dynamics. Think about it. Humans evolved to rely on language, so we often ignore gut feelings in favor of what someone says. Your coworker says they're fine while their jaw is clenched. You might believe the words. Your dog would believe the body. Dogs never stopped trusting nonverbal communication because for them, it's the only communication that matters. When your dog bonds with you, their brain literally rewires to prioritize your safety. Studies using fMRI scans show that dogs' brains light up in the reward center when they see their owners, the same area that activates when humans see their children. This creates hypervigilance, not pathological, but protective. Your dog becomes attuned to anything that might threaten the bond they have with you. So when someone makes you uncomfortable, even if you're too polite to acknowledge it, your body gives off microsignals. Your breathing changes. Your posture shifts. You might lean back slightly. Your dog picks up on this. They're not reading the stranger's bad energy. They're reading your discomfort. They position themselves between you and the source because that's what pack members do. But sometimes dogs react negatively to people who mean no harm. Why? Because those people might be nervous around dogs, socially anxious, or carrying stress. The dog senses tension and interprets it as a potential threat, not because the person is dangerous, but because tension itself disrupts the dog's sense of safety. On the flip side, some dogs are immediately friendly with strangers. What's different? Those people are calm, confident, and emotionally congruent. Their energy is steady. There's no mismatch between what they say and how they feel. Dogs find this predictability reassuring. Here's a practical example. Two delivery people come to your door. The first is rushed, checking their phone, speaking quickly, moving with jerky urgency. Your dog might bark. The second moves calmly, speaks evenly, makes slow movements. Your dog might approach with curiosity or ignore them. Neither person is bad, but one creates stability, the other creates disruption. So what should you do when your dog reacts? First, don't panic. Check in with yourself. How do you feel around this person? Is there something subtle you haven't consciously noticed? Your dog might be giving you information your rational brain suppressed. Second, observe patterns. If your dog consistently reacts to one specific person, pay attention. If it's a one-time reaction, consider context. Maybe the person was stressed that day. Third, trust the relationship you've built. If your dog is generally balanced, their instincts are worth considering. If they're anxious in general, their reactions might be more about their own emotional state. Here's the truth. Dogs aren't magic. They're skilled observers operating on sensory information we've trained ourselves to ignore. They live in the present moment, responding to what is rather than what should be. And sometimes, that makes them better judges of emotional honesty than we are. Not because they're judging morality, but because they're reading coherence. And that skill is remarkably valuable.